Christian talk with a Caribbean twist. Iron Sharpens Iron, with Linda Casimir and friends.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Iron Sharpens Iron. This is Linda Casimir. We are doing a special edition of Iron Sharpen Iron in the Caribbean. This beautiful, lovely view that you're seeing is from the porch of the place that I've rented. I kind of want to give you, the viewers and subscribers, an idea of where your host and the entire panelists that you listen to every week originated from. We are all from the beautiful island of St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. And this is a Saturday morning. I think it's around 7 something in the morning. This area is called Contant, where most of us grew up that host the show. And those on the panel that's watching this, you all know exactly where this is. This is going to be, like I said, a special edition. I'm going to be taking videos as I tour our island so that you all can see. And this is let me shut this down a little bit so you all can see better. This is a house that I rented. It's a pretty nice house, upstairs and downstairs. So we are here for 12 glorious days on my island, and I'm going to be taking little snapshots for you guys to see not only how beautiful the U.S. Virgin Island is, but to get an idea of those that you listen to, who we are, where we are from, why we think the way we think, why we do the things we do. So stay tuned.
Reset. Women's Retreat. Reset and set free. Hosted by Linda Casimir.
Okay. We are back. Let me let this car go by. Another episode of Iron Sharpen Iron special edition, going home. This is my sister. Y'all remember her? Yes. And she coming back. She coming back by Jesus' name. This is the neighborhood that we was born in. We were raised in. And we just walking through it for memory's sake. We was actually born up this street. And right there was Robert's shop. The beautiful island of St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. We're just taking you all through our memories.
How are you?
Hello. When we were little girls.
We used to live up there. Yeah. Have a good day.
When we were little girls, we would walk down this street to throw the garbage in the garbage bins.
No, who used to live with us? I doubt who actually live in that we used to run from.
I know, right? This is our memory lane, people. Bear with us. We're just walking through. This is the lodge. All of us are so scared of this place. We used to call it the One Eye Lodge. And you could feel spiritual things in this lodge. In fact, we felt it when we first came here. And me and my powerhouse right here, we came against it and we bind it. You don't feel different to you?
Mm-hmm.
It feels different. When we first stopped in front of this gate, we could literally feel the demonic oppression. And now we don't. People of God, prayer is real. Prayer is powerful. We don't feel what we felt when we first came and stood before that gate. So, like I said, be patient with us as we walk down memory lane. of our home where we were born.
Yeah, come down this street. This street
Yep.
used to be so big.
This little road you're seeing used to seem
Huge.
so wide and huge to us. Now look how small it is. All these houses used to seem, they were so grand back in those days. We're talking almost 55 years ago, 50 something years ago. And yeah, this used to be the townhouse. Used to be a grand hotel
Yeah.
back in the day. Now it's all abandoned. You know, investors, you all need to come to the U.S. Virgin Islands and invest in these lands and these properties and build them up.
People need to come home and clean their homes.
Yeah,
Clean what is theirs.
claim what is theirs, okay? Abandoned family land. And everyone just left it and went to the States and never looked back.
Yeah.
All these places, we remember all the kids that used to live in these houses. We would play together. We would run up and down this street just playing and enjoying being children. Oh, look at kitty cat. Hey, kitty cat. We're about to come close to where we were actually born. Look like they're renovating this place. Good for y'all, renovate it. Because these houses have good bones. They were built strong.
Big front door. You so everybody.
Yeah, look at that door. Where do you see that kind of craftsmanship anymore? That door, probably over 100 years old or more. This is the address of where we were born. Noragata, number 13. I'll never forget. And it's down these stairs that we were born. That little thing you seen right there, that looked like a slide, when we were little, it seemed so huge. We would slide down it. And it seemed like it would go on forever, remember?
Yeah.
Now it's so tiny. But yeah,
Okay.
down there. So we're going up in a opposite direction of our neighborhood. See all these houses. Look at these houses. Good bone structure. Totally abandoned homes. Grand. I mean, look at them. Grand porches, pillars, and they're totally abandoned.
They look like a
It's amazing. What is it? Yeah, look at this, people. This is history. This was a slave owner's home. A piece of history. This is where him and his family lived, that enslaved our people, picking cotton. What else we did? Sugar cane. That's why the islands have so many mills, because it was a place for producing sugar. So there's a lot of mills on the island that enslaved people. And look at this. This house is totally abandoned. Former slave owner lived in this with his family and is still here. I'm not telling you what I read. I'm telling you what I know. This is my country. Someone's renovating it, as you can see. Oh, what's up there?
That house up there, I don't know what up there.
Yeah, all those houses. Yeah, I ain't going up those stairs. All those houses. Yeah, totally abandoned. Yeah, these houses are strong. Been through all the hurricanes you could name. Not a shingle, not a roof came off, because they were built strong. And now they're totally abandoned. Look at these houses. Totally abandoned. Look at this. Grand house. Totally abandoned. Nobody living here.
You know, there's a gate. You know, there's a gate of the two houses.
Yeah. I don't think so. Totally abandoned. This used to be such a beautiful home when we were little. It seemed like a castle to us when we were little. And this house definitely seemed like a castle. In its when we were little, it was beautiful. People lived here, but now like everything else, totally abandoned. A lot of suffering and a lot of pain have been witnessed in the walls and the gates of this house because the slave owners lived here. They got rich and built these grand homes of the sweat, the blood, the pain of brown people. We're not going to forget it. We can't forget it. This is our history. It's not something you forget, get over it. You can't get over stuff like this. My grandparents and their parents and their parents suffered and died. We can't get over it. And look at that view. Look at that view. Beautiful view. But our ancestors couldn't enjoy it. They couldn't enjoy this beautiful view. They were too busy in the fields.
When you're looking at the different addresses in the slave thing, Queen Quarters and King Quarters.
Uh-huh.
These are area we were living in Queen Quarters in the see?
Yeah, Queen Quarters. I never even noticed that.
I saw it when I looked in the ancestry stuff.
Yeah.
And like Queen Quarters, King Quarters.
All these beautiful, beautiful abandoned homes.
Look at this. It's a nice big house.
Totally abandoned. Let me tell you something. I would invest and rebuild this area if I could.
That's why life is more important than
Thing.
tangible things.
Yes.
Look at it there. You sweat and
How many people
sweat
bled and died for this? And where is it now? Totally abandoned. Just like that big house right there. How many slaves died?
What Solomon say, when you get rich, you make money, you do this, and the next generation come and just throw it away.
Yep.
It's nothing.
It's
vanity.
nothing. It means
It's
nothing.
vanity,
Yes.
vanity.
So, I mean, look, as grand as that house is, the generations after they built it, abandoned it
They are like
because it was nothing to them. It's still nothing to them because it's abandoned. Hundreds of years later, it's still standing. Yet the ones who built it on the backs and the pain and the suffering of other human beings. And now it's totally abandoned. Vanity, vanity. All is vanity. Solomon said that, and he was absolutely correct. All this building. How many nights the owner that was building this big building stayed away from his family to ensure he had the grandest and the biggest home, and now it is absolutely totally abandoned. No member of his family lives there or care to live there. All is vanity. So we're just taking you down memory lane. You watch us every Saturday night. We just want you to know who we are, where we came from. We came from humble beginnings. And that's usually how God works. He takes the foolishness of the world, what the world considered foolish, and he will do great things with it. So wherever you are, no matter how humble it may seem, yeah, look at the craftsmanship on these doors. I remember the family that lived here. The mother committed suicide. In such a grand place as this, her spirit was still miserable enough for her to take her life. Yet, human beings still killing themselves to achieve the grandest of homes and the grandest of cars. People, stop looking for that. I'm showing you the end result of that. Abandoned homes. Grand, grand, grand. Totally, absolutely abandoned homes. Yeah. Totally abandoned. Right there.
And then she had him still mistreated.
Yep. Totally abandoned. Look at this. And people kill themselves to achieve these grand homes. And now they're totally abandoned. Why? It was a waste of time, a waste of money, a waste of energy. Because they're all abandoned right now. It didn't go on for generation. Generation didn't reap it. People understand when God says something, it's going to come to pass. It's going to come to pass. You enslaved for hundreds of years. His people. You build your grand homes on their sweat, on their pain, on their suffering, on their death. You build your homes. Their bones piled up. And you didn't care. You build your homes. And look at the homes now. Totally abandoned. Yeah. Yep, buckets of water. Yep, I remember. I so totally remember. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good, good. We are just walking through our memories. We used to live here years ago.
Really?
Yes,
Oh,
like
that's
50-something years
nice.
ago. So I'm just showing my YouTube fans because I have a YouTube channel.
Really?
Yes, where I
You
came
have a lot
from.
of followers?
I have going on 6,000.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
a lot.
Almost 3 million views. Yep.
That's a lot of views. Do you get money for that?
Of course.
Oh my god.
Do I get money for it?
That's like the new thing.
Yes.
To
Yes.
get money from YouTube and social media.
Yep.
You don't even have to do anything.
You don't have to do, no, you don't have to,
Record
nope.
your life.
Yep. That's
And
it.
just post the videos. That's so awesome.
How long you been living here?
No, I'm actually on vacation.
Okay.
I arrived on Saturday and I leave on Thursday.
Oh, okay, okay. This is
This is
beautiful.
my Airbnb. Yes.
Oh, it's an Airbnb.
Yeah, this is Airbnb. It's
Oh,
really
wow.
nice.
Is it just you in there?
No, my friend, he's waiting for me.
Oh, okay. And we're keeping you back. Okay.
Yeah.
Say hello to my viewers.
Bye. Enjoy your being back here.
Thank
And I hope
you.
have a lot of fun and
Thank
an
you.
amazing stay.
Thank you. Be safe. Safe journey. All right, viewers. So this is where we came from. Look at all this. Totally abandoned. And they were so grand. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous
So the
homes.
French, the white ladies own that.
Yeah, white ladies own this. French ladies,
Yeah.
they own this. There was nice ladies too
Yeah. Well, that we know.
that we knew because we really didn't know them. But yeah, so all of this that they worked to build, gone, abandoned. People focus on what is important. It's not the building of the grand houses. It's the building of the grand souls for the kingdom of God. Okay, now we are back in the car.
Oh yes. Jesus.
And we are going on somewhere else. I will let you know when we get there.
Train my hands for war. Reclaiming your purpose and territory in God. Alabaster Box, The Unveiling. Experiencing the supernatural realms of God. Where Angels Tread. The Unseen Realms of God. Available on Amazon.com and all online book outlets. Linda Casimir. Alabaster Box Ministries.
All right, we are back on the special edition of Iron Sharpen Iron. This is the infamous Drake seat. Isn't this absolutely gorgeous? This is St. Thomas, United States Virgin Island, where myself and the team that y'all listen to every week originated from. In this gorgeous, it's a beautiful, beautiful spot. Come and visit the U.S. Virgin Islands. St. Thomas is the second largest. We have St. Croix, that's the biggest one. And then St. John, which is the smallest of the islands. Well, Water Island is the smallest. St. John is mostly conservation. But this is Drake's Seat. People, look how beautiful this is. The beauty of the Virgin Islands. My country is absolutely gorgeous. So we are going to be, like I said, traveling, and I'm going to include you all in my travels so you can see for yourself how beautiful the U.S. Virgin Island is.
Soul Food. A daily devotional available on Amazon.com and wherever books are sold. Iron Sharpens Iron. A talk show with a Caribbean twist. Reset. Women's Retreat. A time to relax and connect with God. Alabaster Box Ministries. Linda Casimir.
And we are back. What's this area called? This is Skyline, the famous Skyline Drive lookout area. Oh wow. And these are all the little inlets that you can see. It's a beautiful area. Look at this. Again, I am in St. Thomas, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and this spot is called Skyline Drive. We was driving by and I saw the view, and I asked them to pull over so I can get a view of it, because it's absolutely gorgeous. So again, this is a special edition of Iron Sharpens Iron. I'm taking you around the Caribbean island of St. Thomas, United States Virgin Island, where I and all the members of Iron Sharpens Iron panel was born, where we grew up, and where we one day will migrate back, of course, for visits. And I just wanted to take this special trip to show you guys where it all began.
Reset. Women's Retreat. Reset and set free. Hosted by Linda Casimir.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Linda Casimir, Iron Sharpens Iron. This is Wednesday morning around, I think, maybe 10 o'clock-ish. I am here dressed, got my makeup on, had my sunglasses, ready to seize the day and go on an adventure and go downtown and probably go up to Drake's Seat and Skyline Drive and see some sights. But the Lord said no. It is pouring outside. My first day of rain on the beautiful island of San Tomas, United States Virgin Island. It is still beautiful. As you can see, the water running down the hill. So, no excursions today. Doesn't look like it's gonna let up no time soon. So it is a stay inside and I'll read the Bible. I'll do some Bible study. But it's still beautiful out here. The breeze is blowing so amazing. I could just stand here and watch the water just run down that hill. So pretty. This is the porch of the house that I rented. So Wednesday on the island of St. Thomas, I am shut in, which is fine. I don't mind. I really don't. You know, I just love being here. Oh, that's just out of where I'm staying. It's a pretty cute Airbnb. I like it. Small enough for one. On my little adventure. The things I do for Iron Sharpens Iron. I'll travel. I would travel around the world actually for you guys. Even visit some of your countries. I would love that. But anyway. So this is what we're doing today. We are staying in. Okay, this is like 2 minutes or a minute after that video I just showed with all the rain. Look at that. It was like a quick little flash flood. It's still kind of cloudy over here, so I'm going to sit and wait and see. Because I don't want to go exploring and it ends up being another rainy day. We're going to see. Stay tuned. Hopefully, I don't know if I want to walk on all that wet soil, though. That's the only thing. We shall see. Maybe I'll call a cab to come up here and get me instead of walking out. I think I'll call a cab. If I leave today, I will call a cab. Have them take me where I need to go. All right, good people. Stay tuned. Okay, so we just got off of that safari that brought me all the way down. I wanted y'all to see. This is called the Waterfront Area. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Look at that. And we're gonna take a little walk and stroll. And this is the side of the street that I am walking on. So we're gonna just stroll and talk and walk. Wanted you all to see all the taxis. St. Thomas is a beautiful place. I forgot how beautiful it was. I have not been home since 2007. And that was only for a brief time. I really didn't get to look around. Excuse me for the noise, traffic. But yeah, this is where, that's called the greenhouse. I ate there the other day, celebrating my youngest daughter's birthday. And we are just gonna walk and show you around my island. So let's go down one of these little passages. Make it interesting. Like I said, I haven't been here in years. So this is gonna be as new to me as it is to you. We're gonna discover together. How about that? This is called Palm Passage. I remember this. Much hasn't changed. It looked basically the same. The breeze is wonderful in here. So we're gonna walk until we get to the other end, which is called Main Street. Down there's many little corridors like this one, little passages, Drake Passage, Palm Passage, where you can get a bite to eat. Nice restaurants where you can shop.
Thank you. That's smart. I'm double parked. So I'm gonna hurry and do what I gotta do. Okay. All right.
Let you just enjoy the view and the walk as I am. I needed to walk. Living in Florida for so long. Hello. Living in Florida for so long, it get kind of stagnated. Going from work to home, work to home. So I decided, look at this. Isn't this thing gorgeous? Look at that. Look at that frog. I should get him. Have him crawl up my wall. Look at this. All these beautiful things that you can buy. Decorate your homes. Souvenirs for family and friends. I guess this is a local artist where they make their art and they sell it. It's beautiful. Books and ornaments and jewelry and paintings. It's nice. Oh, look at the dolls. That a little Rastaman doll. Smoking he weed. That is too funny. I love him. A little girl with her ice cream. And another little girl with the Rastaman. I love him. I just might get him and take him home. He is too funny. Love his little dreadlocks. How much is he? So adorable. So this is just one of the little stores that you will find when you visit St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands. And we're walking some more to get on the other side. In fact, let me go this way. This is another little side street. Downtown is full of side streets. You can get to Main Street from like a plethora of side streets. And here's another side street that you can walk down with stores. I remember that store, I Levine. It wasn't there when I was here in 85, when I lived here, but it's there now. Okay, so we're walking. And this is Main Street. A lot of the stores, majority of the stores are still closed from COVID. Wow. The library, which is that big yellow building, is still closed. I remember when I lived there, every store would be open. Every single one. The hustle and the bustle. The sidewalks would be crowded with tourists, hawkers and barkers, enticing you to come into their shop to buy their stuff. And now it is, I guess it's coming back. It's starting to see a little splattering of tourists, including myself. Tourists, native tourists. Actually, I wanted to show you all Market Square. So let's go that way. Now, the Market Square, back in the 15, 16, 17, 1800s, was the main place where they would sell brown people. and enslaved them. It is now where local women and men sell their fruits and their vegetables, their homegrown, natural stuff. It's a beautiful place, but with a very dark, dark, dark history that for any of us of African descent would appreciate and not appreciate at the same time because of what was done to our people. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good, you? Friendly people. And we are walking. I'll get run down. I remember coming down here with my grandmother. Everything has changed. We got a restaurant, beauty salon, and barbershop. Thrift store across the street. Beautiful buildings. That building right there, that yellow building with a red roof, that thing is old. And so is the church right next to it. They've been here literally hundreds of years. Those buildings stood. They've seen a lot. If walls could talk, they would have a lot to say. They would have a lot to say. And we are now, there is the market square right there. I'm gonna go across the street to get closer to it. So here we go. Like I said, very dark history. Beautiful place. Dark history to it. So this is the infamous market square where they would bring Africans fresh off the boat, gather them in this square, put them on the auction block, which is up those stairs, and sell them. Very dark history. The length of it would be filled with Africans, and they would be selling from every entrance. They'd have sale going on here, sale going on at that end, the other end. Yes, sale going on everywhere. It's sad, but it's history. It's history. And I wanted to come home to revisit my history, my heritage, my people. All these buildings that you're seeing are hundreds of years old. There's no new buildings downtown, Main Street. Every building on Main Street is hundreds of years old. All this, that building, all these buildings where they traded Africans, hundreds of years old. If walls could talk, if trees could talk, the stories they have about what they saw, what they witnessed for hundreds of years of Black people. And here's someone selling her wares, mangoes, and different things. Hello, how are you? Hello? She busy on her phone, just like me. Let's see. We got kineps, mangoes. Hi, how are you? I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. You all don't have it's probably not season for sugar apple and no. When is the season for sugar apple? I thought it was summertime, no?
No sugar apple.
Oh, okay. That's one of the reasons I came to the islands. I wanted some sugar apple. Beautiful. Thank you, ma'am. But yeah, coconut. You can get coconut water straight from the coconut. But yes, my Virgin Islands. Hopefully, later this week, we'll take a ferry over to St. John, and I'll get to show you St. John. I would love to go to St. Croix because that's where my father's side of the family is from. Would love, 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 love to get over there too. I don't know that much about St. Croix because I was raised on St. Thomas. But I do have a cousin that lives there, so I'm sure he can be my little tour guide if I asked him to. That store right there, I don't know if you can see it, called the Green Corner. That's been there forever. When I had my children, I would buy their infant clothes from there, and that store is still there. And my children are in their early 40s, and that store was there when my mom had us. So like I said, all these buildings, all of them are over 100 years old. All of them. There's nothing new. All these trees, hundreds of years old. Hundreds. They've seen a lot. They've seen a lot. Salvation Army Church still here. They've been here forever. Look, all these chickens. Just chilling and liming. Okay. So, still overcast, but we are out. Praise God. We are out. We are just gonna walk around. I really do want to show y'all the Jewish synagogue, Blackbeard's Castle, Bluebeard's Castle, 99 steps, all that stuff coming up. Okay, so we got some tourists. Some of the shops are open, the jewelry stores. We got a little spattering of tourism going on. They are coming out. All these little shops are beginning to reopen. Again, welcome to Iron Sharpens Iron. This is Linda Casimir. We are home in the beautiful island of St. Thomas, USVI, where I was born. And I'm taking you with me on a walk through all these little historic streets. It's beautiful.
Got better videos inside.
I bet. Hi, how are you?
Just like you. Would you like to come in and get it for you?
No, oh no, thank you. I'm recording a show.
I'm sorry.
We are walking.
At the marble stuff?
That's mango. That was a bracelet, right?
Mm.
You live here?
I born here, but I'm visiting.
No, but that thing
No, I'm doing a show. I'm recording a show. I can't. They will sell you your mama if they could. You got to learn to say no, because they are persistent. Again, another little historic side street. This is Niagara, NYE. That will lead us. In fact, let's go up this street and look at all the churches. I want to show you one of our very old churches. And we are coming up to it. And this cross-section street is Drungens Gata. Everything is Gata because we was once owned by Denmark. So instead of streets, they say Gata. So when you see Gata, it means streets. All these little old streets, old buildings, like I said, hundreds, older than every last one of us. Coming up to the church. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful historic buildings. I love it. This, I knew it as the Dutch Reformed Church. Let me go across the street so you can get a better view of it. I always loved the look of this church. I think it's so grand. I think they recently changed the name from the Dutch Reform. It is now called St. Thomas Reformed Church. I knew they changed the name of it, but I didn't know what to change it to. So, as you can see, St. Thomas Reformed Church. Beautiful. Look at these little old houses. Been here forever. All these little side streets. Quiet. Absolutely quiet streets. No cars going up or down. They've always been like this, real quiet streets. Back in the day, school kids would be walking home, going to all those homes up on the hill, everywhere. All here, school kids would be going home to their parents. We're gonna walk down this street because I know this street is gonna take me closer to where I wanna be. And we are walking. Look at this. Like I said, I needed to walk. I said, well, today is not going to be hot because it's overcast. So this is going to be perfect.
Alabaster Box, The Unveiling. Experiencing the supernatural realms of God. Train my hands for war. Reclaiming your territory and purpose in God. Soul Food Devotionals. Nourishment for the heart. Where Angels Tread. The Unseen Realms of God. Available on Amazon.com and wherever books are sold. Alabaster Box Ministries. Linda Casimir.
Okay, we are back. So we are now going past the post office, which is behind this tree, another historic landmark of the Virgin Islands. Like I said, hundreds of years old, beautifully kept. They keep it up. I'm proud of my people. They're keeping it up. It's so pretty. Our local main post office. You can see the ocean right there. And right behind me is another historic building. It is Hotel 1829. That is the year it was established. Again, almost 200 years old. Almost 200-year-old hotel. It's closed down since, of course, COVID, but it was fully operational up until maybe they're in the works of revamping it. But this is Main Street where we were. Came up that little hill, Hotel 1829, and I think when we go up these stairs, listen, I am definitely getting my steps in today. When I get back to Florida, my husband not even gonna recognize me. I'm gonna have lost at least 10 pounds because I am walking today. Even with it be overcast, still hot. It's just not hell hot. It's just muggy. I can deal with muggy. I can't deal with roasting. So we're climbing the stairs. Okay, let's see. Bear with me, people. I have not been home for any length of time since 1985. So a lot of the things are sketchy for me. When I left here, I was barely in my 20s. Barely. And now I'm back. Won't say how old I am now, but let's just say a little barely more out of my 20s. Let's put it that way. Whew. One thing about this island, and right here, all those steps, another landmark. The infamous 99 stairs, which in actuality, they've added on, and we got 103 stairs. Whew. We ain't going up those stairs, people. I just wanted to show you how pretty it is. Look how pretty that is. I am back to appreciate the island I came from. All the years I lived here, I've seen more of my island in the last 4 days than in my first 19 years on living on it. Look at this view. This is crazy beautiful. Look at that. Crazy beautiful. You will always get a good view on this island. Always get a good view. And I think you get to a point, especially when you are born here and you live here, you don't see it anymore. which is sad. But when you go and you come back, look at when that building was established, 1844. Wow. Slavery had not even been abolished yet when this business was established. So more than likely, it was filled with enslaved people. History, people. Never forget your history. If you forget your history, how do you know where you're going if you don't know where you came from? Okay, I had a beautiful young lady ask if I wanted to take pictures in front of the governor's house. So of course, I said yes. Yes, 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 yes. Hello. Hot. Can anyone come in? Oh, the building closed. Oh, okay. Thank you.
You know, you want to just look.
Huh?
You was looking.
Yeah, we're just looking when I'm doing a film for my YouTube channel, and I wanted them to see my island. You sure?
You don't know me.
Huh?
You don't know Ryan. You just can't go anywhere else.
Okay, you mind if I film you? Okay. This is a wonderful security guard that let me in. This is the government house, right? Yes. See how beautiful it is, viewers? Again, this is St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. Gorgeous. Look at the chandelier. Hello. Oh, this is where you sign as a guest?
No, it's actually like the government's book. Like, you sign your name in there and it stays in there forever.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, see people leave remarks and stuff.
Oh, yeah. You get immortalized.
If you like it, you want to put your name in it.
So why not? When I come famous, you could look and see, oh, she visited the government house. I'm just playing people. Okay, okay, we got to see at least the entrance of government house. Thank you to Officer Sean for giving me a sneak peek, even though I couldn't see much. So we're walking down Government Hill, as it's called, and looking at all these beautifully restored, extremely old buildings. These streets are so narrow. When I tell you, extremely narrow. Let me go on this side again. Let me go on the opposite side, see? Here's another extremely old government building. I'm not sure what this building houses now. Lieutenant Governor, I guess this is where the Lieutenant Governor has his offices, because there's a reserved parking for him. Oh, he gets two. Must be nice being the Lieutenant Governor. Oh, and this is for his guests. I remember all these old buildings. They kept them up. Seven Arches Museum. Huh. I wonder what they have in there. Should I go in? He says upstairs. King's Quarter. No, I never was a museum kind of gal. And right down these stairs is Roosevelt Park, if I remember correctly. So let's go down these stairs. Oh, we're getting our steps in, people. Look at all these buildings. Beautiful. Of course, you get to see view everywhere. Everywhere is sea view. I remember when my kids was babies, I've brought them here to play on the children's swings and stuff. And like I said, my kids are now in their 40s. Well, my two older children, daughters, I would bring them here to play. It's empty now. Well, school is going on, so it's empty, which is okay. It's beautiful. And right over there, across the way, is the waterfront. You can see the water, the ocean. I know up this street right there, my aunt used to live. There was a school there. I wonder if those places are still there. We can take a look. It ain't gonna hurt to look. What else we got to do today? Except record and look. Now, if I remember correctly, there used to be a nightclub around here somewhere. I can't remember the name of the nightclub anymore. But there used to be one around here. So let me just make sure no cars is coming. And look at that house up there over here. Hi guys. How y'all doing? All these ruins. I don't think that place where my aunt stayed is there anymore. But we could find out. Let's see. We'll walk and talk. Take you with me. My aunt lived there for a very long time. Look at all these. These used to be active homes when I was little. People actually lived in them. Now they're all broken down. I guess I'm surprised because these things were built so strong. I guess the two storms back to back, Irma and Maria, finally got to them. And no one bothered to rebuild, which is sad. It's really sad. Part of our history. I remember that house. Still looking good. That house is old, but you won't be able to tell. So is that house. Very old, so is that house. Everything down that street is old. The school was called Lincoln School, and I'm seeing the building. I don't think it's operational anymore. It doesn't look like it is, but that was the school. Back in the day when we were little, I remember all this, all under this creepy garage. It's amazing how, and people used to live here in that building. It's amazing how things change and things stay the same. Yes, all this, people stayed in these places. People lived here. My sisters and I would wait here to catch the bus after we visited with our aunt to go home. And all this was part of Lincoln School. Totally abandoned now. Huge buildings. Wow. The whole area, I'm sure, is abandoned. Let's see. Yep, this is where my aunt lived. Up those stairs. I mean, look how far up those stairs go. They go way up, like into the sky. And we ain't going there today. But she lived up there. I can't remember how far up she lived. But she lived up there. And we would go up there to visit her. Hi, how are you? Not a thing. Huh? Huh? No, I'm from here. I'm just filming for my YouTube channel. My home. Yes. So this is where my aunt stayed years ago. Hopefully later this week, like I said, I plan to take a trip to St. John and get to see the old ruins, the windmills and the sugar mills that totally infused these islands. You know, the slave quarters. It's sad. It has a sad feel to it, but a richness to it as well. Because you know where you come from. When you appreciate where you come from, when you realize what your ancestors suffered for, so that you have liberty and rights that was taken away from them when they were stolen from Africa, and they never ever was returned to them, but they suffered and waited and trusted God, knowing that it may not be in their lifetime, but somewhere in history, their descendants would be free. And it's good to go back. There's a scripture that says that you have to go back to the ancient wells. Sometimes you have to go back and dig up the ancient wells to remind yourself of your foundation, where you came from. And this is what I'm doing. I've come back to my ancient wells to remind myself, Linda, this is where you came from. This is where your history is buried. All your ancestors that suffered, bled, and died for you. We need to be reminded. We can't just shove it off as history and don't learn from it and don't grow from it and don't teach our children and grandchildren about it, because they're not doing it in the schools anymore. They whitewashed it like they whitewashed everything else. But anyway, to God be all the praise forever. He brought me back here to remind me where he took me from. Where he took me from. And wherever he is taking me in the future. And when I say me, I mean my generations after me as well. My children and grandchildren will have this video and prayerfully will come themselves and record and learn for themselves the history of who they are, why they are, and do great things. Great things. Amen.
Train my hands for war. Reclaiming your purpose and territory in God. Alabaster Box, The Unveiling. Experiencing the supernatural realms of God. Where Angels Tread. The Unseen Realms of God, available on Amazon.com and all online book outlets. Linda Casimir. Alabaster Box Ministries.
So we are still here in Roosevelt Park, sorry. I was about to see my Emancipation Garden. And I ran into these beautiful, beautiful memorial stones. This one says, "This we will defend." And this is for those who served in the army. All the names of the fallen soldiers from the Virgin Islands. This one says, "Honor, courage, commitment, United States Navy." And these are those who served in the naval forces. This is the Marine Corps. Semper Fidelis. The names of those who served in the Marine Corps. This is the Coast Guard. I don't see any names. I know some names of some Virgin Islands people that did go to the Coast Guard, so I don't know why that plaque is empty. And this one says, "Integrity first, services before self, excellence in all we do." And this is Department of the Air Force, and there's just 2 names there. And I know there was many more names that served in the armed forces that are not listed there. But anyway, so we are walking through the park. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to sleep good tonight. Because all these steps, man, your girl tired. I'm hot and I'm tired. But I'm glad I did it. I needed today. I really did. I needed to walk my island like I did when I was little. I needed to walk the streets. Be reminded. Be reminded. So we are going to go. I'm going to take you guys to Fort Christian. I'm not even sure if it's open. Look at this. All these were houses. Back in the day. Back in the day. But I'm going to take you out to Fort Christian. Hopefully it's open. You can see the back end of it right there. That red building right there. We're going to go there. And if they're open, we're going in. Okay, that is part of our history of the U.S. Virgin Islands. My people. We have our issues just like everyone else. But basically we are kind, loving, happy people. What is building? Beautiful. I remember walking here from school every afternoon. And we're about to cross the street so we can visit Fort Christian. Let me go further up. I remember this store, but what it used to be is not what it is now. I think the church that I was christened in is not too far from here. So let's go to the church first. Then we'll circle back to Fort Christian, because I think the church is right up the street. If memory serves, and I ain't that old that I forgot, it's called Lutheran Church. Another historical church. Been here since the 1600 people. Of course, you know, back then, we, as black people, were not allowed in. Oh, in fact, look at this. Look at this sign. 355th anniversary. From 1666 to 2021. That's how old this church is. It's locked up. They got it gated and locked. But this is a church that every member of our family was christened in, not baptized, because you can't baptize as a baby. You can christen, you can dedicate your children to God. Baptism come when you are aware of sin, that you may repent of it and be baptized. Don't get it twisted up. You cannot baptize as a baby. You can be offered up, christened, whatever name you want to call it, but you cannot call it baptism. Because as a baby, number one, you're not aware of anything, and you're definitely not aware that you're a sinner, to repent, to be baptized. And here we are for Christian. Been here since 1671. One of the oldest forts in the whole United States. Right here in St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. Amazing. We have some rich history, amazing history. Amazing history. Yep, Fort Christian. We're gonna see if we can get in. And this is Emancipation Park. That bandstand is where they announced to the slaves that had gathered there that they were free. Can you imagine what that must have been like for them to first hear those words? That you are free. That bandstand right there is where they announced it, letting every African know, every African know that as of today, in 1848, they announced that we were free. We were free. To God be the glory. Nobody but God did that. Nobody but God. So we are going to Fort Christian. Fingers crossed, it's open. And most places are not. It looks like it is. I've seen a couple of tourists going in. So it may be open. So let's go in too. Uh-oh. They're looking kind of lost. Look, chickens. Everywhere on this island is chickens. And their babies. So cute. All right. Let's see what we can see. (1671). This place been a fort. It's been a prison. It's been a holding place for slaves. Oh, it's been used for everything. It's been used for everything. Are they open? Yes. Okay, so they are open.
Thank you. Thank you.
How much is it?
10, I think, per.
10 each.
Oh, okay. Hello there.
Hi.
How are you? Whew, $10, right? Okay. How do you know which way to go once you pay? How do you know which way to go? The
You
signs?
start down the dungeon. You're gonna
Oh,
see
you
the
start in the
sign.
dungeon. Oh, wow. Okay, let me pause. Okay, so we are in. It is open. I just paid my $10 and I was instructed to start in the dungeon. Look at this place. The oldest standing fort in the United States anywhere. Amazing. So we're gonna go ahead and start in the dungeon and see what we can find. Okay, here we go. We're going down into the dungeon. These are steep stairs. My goodness. Some heavy doors. Oh, wow. Look at this. Depiction on the walls of slaves. This is where they came. This is where they were bought. Look at that. Door of no return. And that's exactly what it was for us. A door of no return. There was not going back to your nation. There was not going back to your family. There was no going back to anything you knew. This is one of the cells. Wow. Here's a mother with her child. A man in chains with no head. Africans congregated on a ship. Significant. Absolutely significant for us as Africans. And this is what my ancestors lived through. Judicial, legislative branch. Why they got them in the dungeon? Pictures of these men in the dungeon. Is that a statement? Why you have the pictures of your legislators in a dungeon? Oh, I remember these governors. I remember from him, Governor Melvin Evans, Cyril E. King. The airport is named after him. I thought he was such a handsome man. I was a little girl, and he always, even then, I was like, oh goodness, 9, 10. I always thought he was such a handsome man. And Juan Luis, who was the lieutenant governor and then became a governor, Alexander Farley, another very extinguished gentleman, Roy Schneider. They don't have his name, but I know who he is. Charles Turnbull, John D. Young, Kenneth Mapp. Those are all governors. And our VI flag and depiction. of what our people went through. They have them hung upside down on by one leg. I think it's a female. They have us strung upside down on one leg, and they just enjoying it. Lord, thank you for setting us free. Thank you for setting us free. And the three queens. I don't care how you bash black women, our black men, but black women are strong. Here's three queens that didn't take no foolishness. And they went up against the establishment and they won on Fireburn Hill, 1878. Queen Mary, I forgot the name of the other two queens, but they got together and they had enough. Emancipation, 1848. There's a statue of a man blowing the conch shell. That's what they did to gather the slaves. They blew the conch shell and they gathered in Emancipation Park, where I just showed you, and delivered the announcement that they are free. They are free. All these cells that housed human beings. All these prison cells. They could talk. Walls could talk. The little window that they could look out of, and that was it. That's all they had for ventilation, because the door would be shut. They would be locked in. I apologize for the lighting. It is called the dungeon for a reason. It was meant to be dark. It was meant to make you lose your senses. It was purposely created for mental torment. Physical torment was not enough. There had to be an element of mental torment as well. Father, I guess that's how they fed you, through that hole in the door. You see one bed. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a steel bed in there. Oh, wow.
Very, very sobering. Look at that. Like blood dripping down the wall. Yes, this too is part of my history. Like I said, if you do not know where you came from, you cannot go where you're going. We're going back out. My people.
Soul Food. A daily devotional available on Amazon.com and wherever books are sold. Iron Sharpens Iron. A talk show with a Caribbean twist. Reset. Women's Retreat. A time to relax and connect with God. Alabaster Box Ministries. Linda Casimir.
This is what we went through. My ancestors lived this. They weren't just people, they were my people.
We are finally back home. It's still cloudy, overcast, but we're home and we're safe. I enjoyed today. I hope you did too. Going along with me, listening to my ranting and raving about my past life in the Virgin Islands, my memories, my precious memories. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. I really, really appreciate every last one of you that view and that subscribe. We will try to get to St. John sometime this week. I can't promise what day, but sometime this week we're going to try to get to St. John and take you on a tour of some of the historical sites. St. John is loaded with many, many historical places that you can go and learn so much. So once again, thank you for joining me for special episode of Iron Sharpen Iron. We will continue this in the next couple of days. For now, I'm going to shut it down and get some rest and relaxation and just enjoy my family while I am here. So thank you, and I will see you all later.